All right, well, thank you all for being here. I know all of you have immensely complicated lives that you're working and trying to manage, and the fact that you're here, an opportunity to learn and engage is inspiring to see so many people. What you may not realize that the reason we have to do this in two sections is twofold. One is there's over 500 managers in administration alone when you start thinking about what that means. But I'm pretty confident that if we put all of you in a room all at the same time, there's no conceivable way the university could operate, right? Because all of you, I mean, it comes off as a joke, but all of you are so fundamental to the operations of the university, right? The university can't really succeed in all of its outcomes without all of you and all of the folks on your team performing the great work that you all do. So thank you for that. All right, sorry. So one of the things that we were going to focus on is I was going to have all the new folks stand, but since you've already done that, what I want to do is have actually everybody who has been working for UCLA for more than 5 years to stand. Right? It's a pretty big group, pretty good group, right? So if you have worked for UCLA for less than 10 years, then sit down. Wow, we didn't lose that many people in that one, right? So if you've worked for UCLA for less than 15 years, sit down. All right, a little more. If you've worked for UCLA for less than 20 years, sit down. Right? That's pretty impressive, right? All right, less than 25. Right? It's pretty good. All right, you know where we're going with this. Less than 30. I know some of you want me to continue, but we need to move on. I guarantee you there are people that have been working for the institution for 40 years. So really congratulate and thank everybody for their commitment to UCLA. Just because we missed out on the exercise class, I need everybody that has been here for more than 15 years to stand up again. Right? Come on, work with me, people. It's good, you just had lunch, right? We got to get into this movement. I don't want you to fall asleep. All right, so remember when we started, we had the individuals that were new either to administration or new to the management role within the first year. So all of those folks that were standing then, look around the room, right, to the folks that have been here for 15 years or more, and look to them as a way to learn about what it means to be a Bruin, right? Seek their advice and guidance on what it means to be a Bruin. For all of you that are standing, remember who the individuals were that were standing earlier in the day, that just started their career either as a manager or within UCLA administration. And take it upon yourself to reach out to them and engage them and make them feel part of our team and part of the Bruin experience. So if you do that for me, that'll be fantastic. You have the rest of the afternoon to try and engage with that. But thank you for engaging in that little activity with me. All right, the purpose of the forum is not to have you stand up and down all day long. I guarantee you that. The purpose of the forum is to gather managers across administration and to learn more about the opportunities and challenges that we face as an organization and as an institution. Engage with the administrative senior leadership team, which you'll have an opportunity to do in our breakout sessions. participating in learning sessions that support personal leadership growth, and meet new colleagues. And so we just started with that opportunity to identify who some of those colleagues could be. And we look forward to having you do that. Now, most of you, I know, came in the room and found people within your own department to sit at for lunch, right? You did the sort of self-selection. So here's the next challenge for us. As you move through the rest of the day, try to avoid that comfort zone and sit at tables that are not necessarily the folks that you work with on a direct basis, and identify new colleagues that you could meet and learn from and share your own experiences with. So administration is a large and complex organization which provides essential services that enable students, faculty, and staff across the campus to achieve their goals. In order for administration to be successful, we need to continuously evaluate where we are as an organization, what our goals and objectives are to ensure that we are delivering the highest quality experience to our clients. We must be focused on the future and make adjustments to make new circumstances and new changing needs into our regular programming. Every 3 years, we undertake what's called a strategic planning exercise, where we identify specific goals and initiatives that we're going to achieve over the next 3 years. We actually completed the last strategic plan in June, and we have a new strategic plan that's being launched now. And the administration leadership team also took this opportunity to reassess our mission, vision, and values as we strive to live up to within the administration, as well as looking at whether or not we should modify those. So when we looked at the UCLA mission, and in the past, you may remember that administration, we had our own mission statement that was part of our unique environment. And the team really felt that the mission needs to be one mission for the institution, right? We're all serving UCLA. Our mission should be UCLA's mission. And so that's where we've landed as one organization moving forward. And I'm not going to read it. You can see it there, but it's, of course, to identify excellence in teaching, research, and public service, and make a social impact. So when we look at our vision for the administration, it's identified to be, again, sort of future, looking into the future. What are we attaining to be? What is our expectation of where we want others to know what we're focusing on, where we're heading in our direction? And this is very difficult, right? You get just a very few words, and we get to argue about which words are the most important and how it's best incorporated. But these words are actually really poignant and specific. And so it talks about the idea of working through partnerships, right? We're a service organization. We can't do any of what we do alone. We need to engage our partners. And in doing so, it's to ensure that we enable them to achieve excellence within their organization. And in the process of having us do so, it's that we collectively and individually provide unparalleled service, innovation, and effectiveness, right? All of this is designed to recognize what we as an organization are being committed to and want to ultimately attain and be recognized for in the future. And so when we look at the values of our organization, we also decided to adopt the values for the university, which of course are respect, accountability, integrity, service, and excellence. But we decided to make sure that those are broad words, and we decided we would frame them a little bit in creating some clarity on what we mean by those 5 words. And so when we look at what does it mean, what does respect mean for the administration organization, we looked at it as being empathetic, considerate, and inclusive, wanting people to feel welcome in being part of our organization or in our service. And what does accountability mean? means being responsible, reliable, and an exemplary steward of the scarce university resources that we are entrusted to, whether those are fiscal, physical, or financial. What does integrity mean? Being transparent, honest, trustworthy, doing the right thing in the right circumstances. And what does service mean? Being caring, proactive, and intentional. So all of this is designed to say that it doesn't just, we don't do this just by happenstance. It happens because we're intentional about it. We're trying to make sure that we provide a caring environment for people to succeed. And what does excellent mean? It means being engaged, innovative, and impactful, right? So we can't truly provide excellence if we're not giving our best and we're not engaged in trying to understand what that means. And so the focus is for us to, make sure that we're living these values every day as individuals and as an organization. Now, administration, we talked about this, is made up of unique, specialized departments, many of which it's hard to find what the commonality is between all of them. But we actually do have a common purpose if you think about what we do. And that common purpose is to provide exceptional Bruin experiences. And so whether or not you and your team provide frontline services or maybe back office support, you're all essential in providing an experience in the way in which individuals engage the campus, right? That's whether it's the landscaping on the campus, right? It's engaging, creating experience for visitors and for individuals on the campus. And the way in which we deliver that is part of that experience. So we all are familiar, probably most of us, almost all of us are familiar with Disneyland. And when you go to Disneyland, right, they're all about the show, right? It's all about presentation. It's all about how you feel about that magical experience while you're at Disneyland. Well, that's what we talk about when we talk about this sort of exceptional Bruin experience, is that being here at UCLA, we want people that engage with administration, engage with our campus organization, to have a similar type of feeling about their experience in getting services, whether they're getting a parking ticket, right? Or whether they're getting an award or even getting accepted to UCLA, right? It should be done in a way that provides an exceptional experience for individuals. And I know some of my friends at Transportation are thinking about how we provide an exceptional experience when we're writing a ticket, but it can be done. We just have to challenge ourselves into figuring out how to do it, because at the end of the day, we're managing a scarce resource in that scenario. And even, I have a brother-in-law who's a police officer, who's a motor officer, and he used to, motor officers, their primary focus besides accident investigations is traffic enforcement, right? And so he'd write a lot of tickets. And he wrote a ticket to somebody on their birthday, and they said, "Right, you're going to write me a ticket for speeding on my birthday?" And he said with all sincerities, "Yes, ma'am, because I want you to be here for your next birthday." Right? So, and that was impactful. May not have been what she wanted for her birthday, but the message of understanding, look, I'm not doing it just because I have to. I'm doing it because I care about you as an individual. And so hopefully those experiences provide some help in what we're doing. All right. Now we're moving to this issue, the one I'm almost done, I promise. So again, I want to thank you all for being here. This is an important part of your own sort of path, and I hope you find the opportunity to share information and ideas and those ideas to be of value to you in the work that you do, and that you have an exceptional Bruin experience today. And part of the reason you're going to have hopefully you'll have an exceptional Bruin experience is because the incredible work of the people who are responsible for putting this program today. So I want to call them up in a moment, but before that, I want to acknowledge all of you for the work that all of you do in looking back at our administrative accomplishments last year. You got an opportunity to see a sampling of those on the screen as you came in, and I think we spent a little bit of time for you to look at them again. And all of you, even though every single one of those projects you may not have felt you touched. Everyone had a role in the excellence that was achieved and the outcomes that were achieved. And so I want to thank you for that. And I want you to take some pride in the amazing outcomes that you undertake every day, and not simply look at them annually when we put together the annual report. All right, so now we have an opportunity where I want to thank those that really put the program together, and primarily that's Jerry Zavara and Anna Rodriguez, and I want them actually to come up. They didn't get this morning because I saved the surprise later. For those of you involved in the new employee orientation program know that I had to give up my secret chocolate chip cookie recipe, and so I no longer have a secret chocolate chip cookie recipe. So I'm working on a new secret chocolate chip cookie recipe, so we'll have to see how that turns out.
Thank you so much.
And all of this wouldn't be possible without the help of our MCs today and the other volunteers from the leadership classes who greeted you as you came in. But I want to have the 4 MCs come up because I have little treats for them too. And I want us to really let them understand how much we appreciate what they're doing today. It's not easy, and I know they make it look super easy and fun. But if you haven't been up on stage before trying to, entertain all of you and communicate with you, it's really hard, right? And it takes a lot out of you. And so come on. So again, Diana Cortez, London McBride, Tusa Wences, and Michael King. London's at the end.
Come on, London. Thank you. I'm so excited to eat them. Oh, thank you so much.
Michael, this is the hard part. I don't know. We give it to Michael, right? I mean, you get the real critic. So perfect. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. Thank you. They all volunteered for this, if you can believe it. So next is we're actually going to go into our breakout sessions. And this is an opportunity for you to go and actually engage with the senior leadership team. You'll have different leaders at each of the breakout sessions. All of you have a name tag, or should have a name tag. And on the name tag, it shares where you're going, what room you're going to be in. And so you've been self-defined to go into one of the 4 breakout rooms, which are focused on finance, strategy, technology, or talent. And the challenge or the goal for all of you is this is not an opportunity for the leadership team to simply talk at you, right? This is an opportunity for you to raise questions for them, get the answers you're seeking, advice, or other aspects. I don't want you to hold back. I want you to give them the really tough questions, things that have been burning inside of you that you want answers to. That, of course, is the exception to the strategy group, because I'm chairing that one, so you can't. Only kidding. I've got a good team. We'll handle all the questions. But so anyway, I want you to have fun with that, but I do want it to be an engaging opportunity. This morning's sessions went really well, and I'm confident that they will this afternoon. But this is your time to let us hear from you, as well as for you to be able to get answers and feedback. So thank you again for being here, and I hope you enjoy the afternoon.